I'd just like to begin today by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land on which we stand, the Wandi people of the Yuin Nation. It was during the Black Summer bushfires that I decided that I was going to run for state at the next election. And the reason for that is it became apparent when Bawley Point was locked out for 8 days and there was no food coming in, the fireys didn't have water, eye drops, and we were organising it ourselves, and the message came down the line to me that community is not our problem. And it was obvious they didn't have a plan for a natural disaster of that magnitude, and the Liberal government still has no plan for a natural disaster as we see at Lismore. And they have no plan for health, they have no plan for housing, and they have no plan for education. And everything is a mess on the South Coast. You can look at anything and it needs addressing. We have services that have little or no recurrent funding. We have a road that is falling to pieces and we need a bypass in Nara and Ulladulla. We have nurses that cannot do their job properly for lack of staff. You will have patients in the ED behind me that will have been there for hours because there are no beds. We're in a crisis. We have teachers on the South Coast, long-term career teachers, that are leaving their profession because they just cannot do their job any longer. Housing is at a crisis point. In the last 12 years of the Liberal government, they have sold off $3 billion worth of social housing. And there is no plan. I have been in meetings with the Minister for Housing as part of the Illawarra-Shoalhaven Joint Organisation, and their line all the time is, oh, we're doing a study, we'll do a plan. But there is nothing on the ground. If you have poor housing, that leads to poor health. And if you don't have a health system that can support people with their poor health, then you miss out on school, so then you're not getting the education you need. With the teachers' shortages that we have now and all the extra workload that's been putting onto teachers, they're then not able to support those students that need that extra help. And poor education then leads to poor job prospect, and so the cycle of poverty continues. We need to bring back manufacturing, create jobs, support our teachers, increase nurses, and only a Minns Labor government can do that, and I am so proud to be a part of this team and so excited.
Fantastic. That was excellent.